Hello. It's a different setting than you may have expected unless you were already in chat. Um, I'm Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite, and we're here on the couch. No, I don't want to install into. Yeah, I don't want to install iTunes again. Thank you. Yeah. So, hi. Hi. We are eventually supposed to play Shadowrun, but the machine that I play Shadowrun on with all my save files decided that it was time to install the anniversary update. Shame! Shame! No respect! Luckily, we have extra computers. So hi, everyone. Hello. Oh, no sound, but no picture. Oh, is this the way things are gonna go? I don't know. That's not how I expected things to go. This is a different machine than we normally broadcast on. So we remembered the fun we had before. Yeah. Hi, everything's fine? Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm clearly buffering on my own machine. That's on my Xbox, but hopefully as long as you guys have stuff. Yay! Well, remember what I was just saying about no respect? Computers. Why do you deal with them? There are a lot of days where I just feel like I shouldn't. Let's see. Let's go ahead and close this setting. So the plan is to just kind of hang out for a little bit and wait for the machine upstairs to get its fucking act together, and then we can play Shadowrun, and she can ignore me like normal. I should move over so you can be in the frame too, more centered. Oh, wow, look at this. We get to coexist in the frame, and I don't have to stand over here on the edge. Wow! Clearly the apocalypse, folks. Hi chat, hi Bordrin, hi BP Phantom, hi Tahoots, hi Demolition, hi Xjer, hi everyone. Hello Cryomancer. So many friends. Yay! In case you're just joining us, we are eventually going to play Shadowrun, but not now because it's on a machine that's installing updates. Hey, KB Tibbs. Yes. So we're above 250 followers. Yes. That is what that says. I can read. That's a thing. Oh, yes. News. We have a Discord. That's her attempt to do air quotes. Didn't quite work out. We have a Discord thanks to our enterprising mods, Krellin and Bob and Hoods. They set up a Discord for us. So if you do !Discord, you can get a link to come join us. We've been chatting all week there, and you can join us too if you like. There's a channel just for sprinkles to say judgmental things. There's a lovely image that Demolition made of you and I. Really? Am I the star of the picture? Well, I mean, you feature prominently. I don't know. I think you're co-starring in the photo. I will have to take a closer look. Yes. Let's see what other things you guys want to talk about. We have some Shakespeare here if you want us to go down that path again. Hi, teacher and gamer. Hello. Hi, Victorness. Hello. Welcome. So teacher and gamer, I will be playing the Shadowrun Returns, and that we're working our way through the whole series. Got all of them installed. I just tend to be a little slower than some folks because I'm easily distracted. You could say that again. Yeah. But welcome, teacher and gamer. We hope to share Shadowrun with you as soon as Microsoft allows. Oh, thank you for the host. Thank you for the hosts, BP Phantom and Cryomancer. Yay! Well, you put that header up there about Puppet Classic stuff, so we should probably do that. Yeah. Oh, well, all right. So when we were first experimenting with Twitch, we did a thing where we'd take random Shakespeare books from my husband's library. He's a Shakespeare actor, that's what he does. So we would go ahead and do that and just pick random monologues and deliver them with a puppet. Yeah, don't worry, Teacher and Gamer, if you have no spoilers if you haven't played any of the later games. We are starting very methodically and going through the series. So, hello, welcome if you've just joined us. I am Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite. And if somebody in chat wants to update the stream title, because we're probably going to be on puppets for at least another 20 minutes, I think, because when I last checked on the machine, it was at 37%. And that was, I had the presence of mind to turn that laptop on an hour ago, like thinking, oh, if there's an update, I'll give it time to install. Yeah, and here we are, still waiting. I'd look at my watch, but I don't have one. You have a watch? Give me your watch. The watched watch never watches. I don't know. So let's do some stuff. Yeah. Bob's. Who mentioned Bob's Burgers? Who mentioned Bob's Burgers? KB Tibbs. You mean work hard, girl, or die trying that mashup musical? Oh, we would love to do that at some point. If they would ever release the sheet music or something. Not that we could play piano, but we could look at the lyrics and notes and stuff. So let's do. God, the introduction to this book is more than half of the book. These Shakespeare books, I really don't know how anyone works with them in any way. Interesting. So I found a monologue from Edgar. I think he's crazy here. There's all kinds of little references and things. I think he's crazy. We're just gonna. Who watches the watch clock? Yes. So we're just gonna do cold Shakespeare stuff and have fun with it, killing time. Let's see. Here's a prophecy from a fool. That's a good place to start. Are you calling me a fool? I said it's a prophecy from a fool, not that. I mean, you're an actor, right? You can play a fool. Well, of course I can play a fool, but I don't like to be called a fool. Okay. So, this is a brave night to cool a courtesan. I'll speak a prophecy ere I go. When priests are more in word than matter, when brewers mar their malt with water, when nobles are their tailors' tutors, no heretics burned, but wenches' suitors. Yeah. When every case in law is right, no squire in debt, no nor poor knight. When slanders do not live in tongues, nor cut purses come not to throngs. When usurers tell their gold in the field, and bawds and whores do churches build, then shall the realm of Albion come to great confusion. Then comes the time, who lives to see it, that going shall be used with feet. This prophecy Merlin shall make, for I live before his time. I don't know what any of that meant. I don't know either. Yay! Because that the going shall be used with feet. I don't really know much about feet to begin with. So, yeah, I just did my best with that material. Ha 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 ha! Ah! Rods are hard to manage. What are you talking about? There's nothing hard to manage about me. I'm great. I meant the rods. Your requirements are waiting for this to hit Netflix. It may be a long wait. You know, I think I need a drink. You're not going to offer me any? You're not of age.
Oh, great. Oh, she got standards now.
I can't. Oh, it's interesting. Observation. The Muppet Show, which sadly got canceled on ABC. One thing that was kind of groundbreaking is the wrong word, but what momentous was that the like Kermit and the rest of the Muppets were at bars drinking beer, and I'd never seen that before. I think before they had always kind of walked that line and hadn't kind of, because kids, puppets and kids and stuff. But that was the first time that. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm really fascinated with my hands right now.
Oh well, don't let me stop you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, see, clearly you don't need anything to drink.
Fine.
So, this is giving a Top Gear run for its money.
Ooh. Well, does that mean I have to talk about cars if I get Top Gear run for its money? Yeah. Thanks, Krellin. That's helpful. Yeah, I feel like this is a nice contrast to the other entertainments going on television right now.
Yeah, we couldn't bring ourselves to watch that live. Some of you guys may be watching it live, but we didn't want to feed into that fire. Yeah.
Nothing's bigger than Star Trek Demolition. Not possible.
See, but we at least agree on that.
Yes, we do.
I do agree with you, Teacher and Gamer. If Netflix or Amazon Prime had picked up the Muppet Show, I think it would have done better because the standards of getting people to watch that all at once on a network show were a little bit high. But it's the kind of thing you could easily binge when you're in a bad mood and you just need something to cheer you up. Puppets always cheer you up. I went to go see a friend of mine, Elizabeth Westerman, is directing a puppet improv show at our theater, Unexpected Productions, and I went to go see that last night. It's for adults, so it's set at a bar. They did a delightful thing where the puppets drink, but they drink buckets of like shredded paper, and so they're technically drinking, but they're eating this paper stuff, and it was really entertaining. Who knew watching puppets eat shredded paper was so compelling? I might steal that at some point.
Hello, Matus Batum. Hello, Fern and Toke. Welcome, new folks, to the stream. Yay! Guess what? It's not Shadowrun. Still waiting on the computer upstairs to install things.
So yeah, none of the characters. Keepy Tip says that the Muppets just felt wrong to him. That none of the characters were happy. The Muppets are only sad at the climax of the movie. I think they were a little bit mean-spirited to each other, which was, I think that did ring a little bit untrue for a lot of folks. I'm really excited because, so back in 2000,
She is really excited.
Back in, what year was it? 2005. It was at Disney World, and it was at Epcot, and we were there. And then this like little tiny spaceship, kind of like person-sized spaceship, zooms into a plaza we were on, and it had Beaker and Bunsen in it, and they were at scale, and they were like looking around and talking, and there were no humans visible controlling it. Obviously, someone was there controlling it somewhere, but they were like self-sufficient, self-propelled, and they were having conversations with people in the plaza. And it was just so compelling. It's like, because it's the kind of thing where they obviously had cameras. And this is in 2005, so they obviously had cameras, and they could walk up to you and be like, "I really like your gray Disney World shirt. Why do you have a puppet on your arm?" Like, they would have conversations with you like that. It wasn't all canned. If I had seen that exhibit, the Mobile Muppet Labs exhibit, when I was a child, you never would have convinced me the Muppets weren't real, because it was real. It was they were there, and they were talking to you, and they were interacting, and they were animated. And I never understood why they didn't bring that out more, because it was amazing. They brought it back, and they brought it back for the next 4 weeks, and I'm going to be there in the next 4 weeks.
You can follow her on Twitter if you want to get an overwhelming amount of Disney World information in November. Yeah.
So yes, let's go ahead and sound bad. No sound. That's weird. Nothing got touched. It's so weird. But we'll turn down the mic some. It's funny because I don't. That's comes out of Data's pipe for a second. Yep, there's definitely a technomancer. Every time I talk about theme parks, technomancers show up, you guys. What the heck? What the heck? Ugh, we're all fine here now. How are you? I didn't hear it, which is weird. That's also because I think the sound is muted on this machine. No, it's not. I don't know. Hi, Savage Punch. It was just Skynet downloading. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I've only done one monologue so far. Hi, Savage Punch. So if you're just joining us, we've been doing some random Shakespeare with my puppet, and by some random, I mean one exactly monologue thus far, because I'm easily distracted. Hi, I'm Cheryl, aka Muppet Aphrodite, and
I'm Sprinkles! She never introduces me.
I did just limit the levels a bit more. I took them down. Maybe it is impressive, or maybe it's improved. It'll take a couple seconds. I just want to get back upstairs. This It's haunted down here, you guys. These couch streams. So many things. Let's find another monologue. Oh, this one's from Edmund. So my husband played Edmund once, I believe. So Edmund in this show is one of Lear's sons. I've seen King Lear, but although admittedly it took me a while to it took a while to process exactly what was going on. We're just gonna go ahead and cold read this monologue from scene 1-2.
Encoding. See, what have I told you? These computers are bullshit. What is this?
It's ironic for those of you who watched the Hyper RPG streams from New York Comic Con that I am also running on a Surface 3 when I'm doing the Surface Pro 3 when I'm doing my laptop streams. So probably maybe the same issues that were plaguing Zach, plaguing us right now.
Let's do things. I'm bored. I want to do things.
Okay. Oh, thanks. Thank you. You're really helpful telling me you're bored.
I'm just being honest. We can't have a collaborative relationship if I'm not honest with you.
Okay. No, I appreciate that.
Thou, nature, art, my goddess, to thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me? For that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines leg of a brother? What does that mean? I'm drunk? What's all this alcohol stuff? Anyway, why bastard? Wherefore base? When my dimensions are as well compact. Yeah, that didn't work out very well. I don't think anybody knew what I was going for. When my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, and my shape as true. Yeah. As honest madams issue, why brand they us with base? With baseness, bastardy, base, who in the lusty stealth of nature take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed go to the creating of a whole tribe of fops got between asleep and wake. Burn. Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund. That's right. As to the legitimate, fine word, legitimate. Well, my legitimate, if this letter speed and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now, gods, stand up for bastards! Yay! It doesn't say yay here. It's dramatic license. It was a very moving speech, and I felt it deserved a yay. Don't you think so? Yay! Oh, okay. She's very combative. Hi. Yeah, you could be both sassy and nice. Yes. So there's lots of discussion about Shadowrun cybernetic implants that can help you deal with the situation that occurred when the audio got corrupted there. So, hope you enjoyed that Sprinkles monologue. That was a good one. I think she likes that one. It's kind of mocking their, yeah. Edmund thinks that legitimate children deserve yays for sure. That is true. Poor illegitimate Edmund. Yeah. So let's do one more, and then maybe it's time for me to hop up real quick and see. Yeah, more beer is required, right, Tahoods? Yeah. I agree, Tahoods. I endorse that behavior. That's probably bad. It's fine. You drink what you want. She's just so plucky today. Yes, sure. Moonshines are months. He was talking about being a year or so older. Oh, not drunk. Months, not drunk. Okay. Thank you, Demalit. Or who said? Thank you, KB Tibbs. That's helpful. Let's do Lear. You want to play King Lear? Short one. Yeah. I've been waiting for this role my whole life. I think I'm ready. Yeah. Keep it family friendly like the NFL. Yeah, that kind. Yeah. Yeah. So I have a fun story about that. The Cryomancer. So we've established on stream before that I used to work for a theme park called Sesame Place, where I worked for 3 summers, which is a theme park based on Sesame Street, and that explains my Twitter handle and a lot of other things about me because I played a Sesame Street character for 3 summers. I was a teenage Muppet, and it was my first official job. I got cast right after I turned 16, and they were owned by Anheuser-Busch at the time. The SeaWorld, so it was weird. Sesame Place was owned by the SeaWorld Holding Corporation, which is owned by Anheuser-Busch, and so there was. But then you made it one question debate. Our choices are confirmed. So big company owns the theme park. I've got to go to new employee orientation, which I've never gone to before. I hadn't fallen down the corporate sort of rabbit hole yet. And so I'm 16, and I'm really excited to start my job at a Sesame Street theme park. I sit down, and they start playing, and we're in this classroom, and they start showing us videos. And the first video they show us is kind of like orientation to Anheuser-Busch, and the very first shot, it's there's the swell of music, Anheuser-Busch, the music and then she's like Anheuser-Busch. There's this voiceover, Anheuser-Busch, and they do a slow pan across a set of various and sundry alcohols that they make. We're not just about beer. And then there's a video of Shamu. We're about families. And even 16, I'm like, well, you're responsible for some families, I guess, if you look at it like that. But we're not just about beer. We're about families. Shoo! It was one of those, we're not in Kansas anymore moments. We're like, this is normal now. Yeah, no, seriously, if I could get the rights to it, I was a teenage Muppet would totally be the name of my memoirs. That would totally be what I did. And somewhere I've got a bunch of diaries around here where I wrote down stuff from not so much from the early years, but I think from my last year at Sesame Place, some stories. Yes.
Tahoot asks if we could do requests. Right now, all I have is Lear. But if you have a request from Lear, I could do that. Hi, Croon! Welcome!
Yeah, well, we just finished a story about Cheryl's first job where Anheuser-Busch told her that they were about beer and families, so that was fun. And the Windows anniversary update forced itself onto her Shadowrun machine. So we're killing a little bit of time with some Shakespeare. Yay! Muppets doing monologues. Yay! Hi, Wow So Clutch. Good to see you.
Uh,
Wait, Nickness, you just stood in the rain for a half hour in your t-shirt. That is hardcore Seattleite right there. You just wow.
I am not that hardcore about living in Washington. I really like living in the Seattle area, but I have never gone full say anything, just stand in the rain for half an hour.
Did you have a boombox over your head at the time? Curious minds want to know. I'm gonna do a Lear thing. It's just a short one to start, and then maybe Tahood will have a specific request. Hi, J.M. Platts. Hi. Hello. Okay. You're the one reading. I don't know why I keep looking down at this thing.
Oh, wow, so Clutch, I feel you on the standing in the rain all day, right? We had more Muppets. There was one day in particular where they really needed to close the park and it was raining all day, but they didn't cancel the 1:30 parade, and so we're like getting changed backstage and getting into costume, and they're like, we get out to the floats and you can hear over the radios, they literally said, like, all floats, this is a falling Muppet alert. Keep on the alert for falling Muppets. It's very slippery out here. Please do not run over any performers if they fall off the floats. Like, this is the thing we're being paid to do. They're like $15,000 costumes that we were just straight up wearing in the driving rain. The Count Von Count float had a bubble machine on it, but in the rain, all it meant was that the bubbles dripped down the back of the float and left a little trail of suds. But
it's a really sad little float trail of suds. Just
and so yeah, the Falling Muppet Alert parade, and after that pathetic display, during which there were probably like 3 guests on the whole 20-minute parade route, maybe 20. They're like, yeah, we're closing the park. This isn't working. So that was yes. Henry. Oh, Tahoods. The good news is Henry V and Titus are both in my husband's library. So
the next time we do this, yeah, we can totally do those.
Although Titus, oh my God, yeah, husband took me to that. That's a romantic date night. If you've never seen Titus Andronicus, it's like Game of Thrones, but more disturbing. Yes. Muppets are coming back to which park? BPU Phantom.
They are coming to Disney World.
They have 2 Muppet things coming to Disney World. They have
there's that thing we just talked about, the Muppet Mobile Labs, and there's the Muppets Do American History, which I'm sure will be completely accurate, just like my Shakespeare is completely accurate.
So hi, Aridin. Oh, there's so many people coming in. Hi, Vapor. Hi. So she's been wanting to do Lear for a little bit now, so we're following up. It's fine. And weirdly, Midsummer's Night's Dream is not in my husband's library. But The Girl Who Got Through Time, I'll have to check that out. Okay.
I'm King Lear now. Just keep that in mind. Here, nature! Here, dear goddess! Here! Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Oh, this is kind of mean here. Is it? Okay. Whatever, Shakespeare. Dry up in her the organs of increase. Wow, he just keeps drilling us in there. And from her derogate body. Okay. What the hell, Lear? This is just inappropriate. I feel like I'm reading from the debates or something. This is just not. Okay. Duly noted that I do not condone Lear's position on this. We're just gonna power through. Consider it acting and educational. But he seems pissed about a lady. Yeah. Let's take this from the top, just with the general disclosure of not condoning this kind of language. Yeah. Here, nature, here, dear goddess, here. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Can I have a scene partner?
I don't think he has the woman in front of him during the scene.
I know, but it would just.
You can direct it to Pika, like refer to Pika behind me if you need something to work on. Yeah. So yeah. One more time, Sprinkles, and if you need to, you can refer to Pika.
Okay, I could do that. Here, nature, here, dear goddess, here. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature.
That was masterful.
Fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her derogate body never spring a babe to honor her. If she must teem, create a child of spleen, that it may live and be a thwart disnatured torment to her. Let it stamp wrinkles in her brow of youth with cadent tears, fret channels in her cheeks, and turn all her mother's pains and benefits to laughter and contempt, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away! Away! But let his disposition. Oh, no, that's a totally different line. I guess I'm done after away. Away!
Great. Yeah, so that Lear's not pleased at the lady he's talking about. He is not. Yes, please avoid throwing objects indoors unless they are foam.
Definitely don't throw puppets.
Yeah.
Thanks, Demolition.
It's
Krellin, it's true. Don't be confused by counterfeit Cheryl Platzes. There's like 3 of them. None of them are her.
ironically, one lives in LA and now my parents live in LA. So you might actually, but she's like a realtor or something. But I got to the internet before her, so I got most of the Cheryl Platzes. But I didn't realize I would ever have an actor page on Facebook, so my Facebook is Cheryl Platz. And I was like, fuck, I took it for myself. All right, the Cheryl Platz. That works. Yeah. Yes. So, how you guys feeling? We can keep playing around with this a bit, or I can go and check on. I can go check on the Shadowrun machine and see if it's up and running. There will be Katie cats would rather listen to Cheryl instead of feeling the urge to stab kittens in the face. That is how I felt about streaming opposite debates. I felt I was happy to provide an alternative, and that if anything would look better than what was going on over there. So you're welcome here. And the explanation for why we're Katie, normally when we stream, we're upstairs and I'm on my little PC, but Windows decided that it was a really good time to install the anniversary update. So I set up my couch and we're doing the impromptu puppet streaming with Sprinkles here. And welcome. So folks who just joined us, when he finds his niece, there's some intense stuff. Oh, Krellin, that sounds intense. Yeah, that's the scary thing with names. Like, and it's like really common names is less of an issue because people make an assumption that you might not automatically be the person in question. You're not a frog.
I've seen Kermit do this.
Well, you're not Kermit. I mean, you should be. If you need a role model, just watch Grover or Elmo or something.
Oh, yeah, fine. Be that way.
The floor for they. Aw, thank you to Hoods. I'm glad I rank way above the debates. That's very sweet. Oh, Cryomancer, that sucks. I'm sorry about that. This is weird because normally there's at least a prompt. At least when you upgraded to Windows 10, there was a prompt. This one's just very intrusive, and I've gone through it on all three of my Windows machines this weekend. Two of them did it yesterday, and then this last one did it today. Yes, Katie Cat, thank you for the Aztec run. It's been giving us lots of great material. Yes. Yeah, next week's gonna be intense. So I think all of you guys have met me. Hello, I don't know if I've said hello to you, Savage Punch, but welcome to the chat. So most of you guys know me from Hyper RPG. I got this little necklace, this little rabbit necklace, because I thought it reminded me of Thumpers. So that's my little new rabbit necklace that I have. I have two rabbit necklaces. I have different ones that you guys have probably seen before at some point, and then I have this one now. Good. It's you're almost impossible to find.
Nice job, Tahoots. Good job picking your name. That's a weird thing. We can take credit for our name, but Kurizar, Pikachu's sushi recipe from Comic Con. May I list it? If someone makes Kurizar irregular, then he can list it. Yay! Although I don't know if Kurizar used the anonymity of these names. I use he, but if you prefer she, let us know.
So yeah,
Yeah, this Cryomancer it's been a long update.
Interesting. I'm sorry to hear about these sound issues, Katie Cat. That's interesting because we had some sound issues on the stream, and this machine is on the anniversary update. So Tahoods is your name, Brad Pitt.
We're on to you now, Tahoods.
And I'm having a bad fantasy football week. It's not good. Only my shitty team is winning, and I'd rather have one team winning all the things than each of the teams taking turns winning. And
so, well, let's do another thing. No one said, "Oh my God, go start Shadowrun." So you should say that in chat if you want us to stop this. So until then, we're just gonna keep doing this Shakespeare stuff. Yeah. Edgar. I'm playing all the roles.
yay! Oh, there's a cookbook. The Pokemon cookbook. That
might be in.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't want to eat Pokemon. Like sometimes if people put Pikachu on things, they're too cute, and I can't eat them. It's tough. It's a fine line. Yes. Yeah, and I have to be careful because I do work for Microsoft. My opinions do not reflect the opinions of Microsoft, by the way. We're in the off hours this day.
Yeah.
Katie, what happened? Did you tweet something? Did Katie had 600 tweets in 5 minutes? What happened? That's crazy.
Okay. I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree escaped the hunt. No port is free. No place that guard and most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. While I may escape, I will preserve myself, and am bethought to take the basest and most poorest shape that ever penury in contempt of man brought near to beast. My face I'll grime with filth, and blanket my loins. Maybe I should do that all the time. Elf all my hair in knots, and with presented nakedness outface the winds and persecutions of the sky. The country gives me proof and precedence of bedlam beggars, who, with roaring voices, strike in their numbed and mortified bare arms pins, wooden pricks, nails, sprigs of rosemary, and with this invisible, horrible object from low farms, poor pelting villages, sheepcotes, and mills sometime with lunatic bans, sometime with prayers, enforce their charity. Poor Torley God, poor Tom. That's something yet. Edgar, I nothing am. Edgar sounds like he's on the run.
Yes. Kroon's name is Kroon, Conqueror of Orku. I feel like maybe Sprinkles should read Kroon's name because it's very dramatic. Yeah.
Katie, I don't know how you can live with those Twitter notifications. We have to live with them all. Okay. Kroon's name is Kroon, Conqueror of Orkul, Conqueror of Domain. Domain? Devourer of the 7 remaining silver dragons, crusher of dwarven halls of Briaden, lover of goddess Hashien. That's a lot. How do you fill out forms, Kroon? That it feels like more than the standard 26 characters. That must be quite the hardship. Demolition, are you all right? Did a cat start typing on your keyboard? Devourer of the 7 remaining Danishes. I like that too, BP Phantom. I might take that one.
So yeah. What time is it? It's almost 6:51. I feel like the update has to have installed by now. So, how do we feel about me running upstairs and seeing whether things are updated? That Sprinkles up here. She will watch everything. Kind of hard to do that. Fine, just be that way. She's gonna keep you guys company for a second. I'm gonna go run upstairs and check on the thing. I'll be right back. Be right back. Good news, everyone! It seems like it's done. And I changed shirts because it's really hot down here. Danger Guy, thank you for the follow! Yay! We'll celebrate with you. Yay!
Thank you for the follow, Danger Guy.
Yeah. So let's talk about what's going to happen next. So in order to switch over to our originally intended stream, this is fun. Twitch crashed the Xbox. That's cool. She just. Were you up to no good while I was upstairs? I was only up there for 60 seconds.
I admit to nothing. You guys, this relationship depends on her thinking I'm not self-sufficient. Just roll with it, all right?
What were you saying?
Nothing.
Well, so yeah, don't mention Vista. The Vista free zone, yo. Thank you, Corazar. Thank you for tweeting that out. So, so what I'm thinking is, yeah, is that time to roll over to Shadowrun. Did I? Yeah, Katie Cat. I was like, I can't get sweaty in the other shirt, and I'm upstairs anyway. So just, yeah, I did. I'm. One thing you learn in the theater is the art of the quick change. Is, yeah. And besides, this one is only really appreciable from the couch. We haven't been on the couch in a while, so yeah, this one's good. It's appropriate. It's appropriate for the conversations that we were having earlier. major beef with computer systems. Like crime rates are. I think the problem is the computer systems have a major beef with us, and they don't tolerate us. I was taught in my computer science education in undergrads that computers are generally deterministic creatures, but I don't really believe that. They do what they want, computers.
Yeah. The deterministic nature of computers is an illusion.
Cookie Monster still exists. Hi, Remshin. I don't think we've seen you in chat before.
Welcome, Remshin. Yeah. Cookie Monster's still around. He just he's lost a little weight. It's a little disconcerting sometimes.
Yeah. I'm probably not allowed to throw too much salt there. And to be honest, you guys, I grew up with a Windows machine, Windows 3.1, all that shit. And we were PC house all the way. And then when I got to Amazon, they handed me a Mac. I'm like, oh, this is awkward. And I spent 2 years with the Mac, and it didn't make me want to switch. And so now I have a Surface Book, and it's cool. Have you guys seen the Surface Book in the undocking thing? It's if we tell them something to do something stupid, they'll do it. Yes. Random costume changes are going to become a hallmark of this channel. Am I in costume? I didn't think I was in costume. I'll show you guys my laptop's trick. This is a Surface Book. If you haven't seen it, I like it pretty good. Like a fair amount. It's been a little buggy, but it has this really cool trick. It's like, yeah, it's got stuff. Aside from the logging you on by just looking at your face, which I really like, it does this thing where if I press a button, and then I have 2 pieces of a computer. Yay! And it's still a computer. It's still running. Woo! It's a fun parlor trick. Yeah. What are you streaming? Yeah, Temo's just like, did you just take apart your streaming machine? Yeah, so this is my work machine. That's it's got I have the tag and all that. So that's for the office. I better make sure. I just gotta grab the pen for it real quick so I don't shove it under the couch. What I am streaming on right now is my personal Surface Pro 3, which is what I use for my digital sketches. So the sketches you see on my Twitter, generally, that's where I do most of my digital artwork is on the Surface Pro 3. And what you have to do to get a Surface Book for less than many dollars, probably patience, or maybe wait for Christmas if they didn't have sales at. I have no inside information on any deals. It's actually really hard for employees to get deals. I don't think we can get any deals on Surface Books. I also think that I know they're a really long order for us, so I think they're more popular than people think, and so it might be a while before discounts set in. So yes, yeah, it's pretty cool, Mom. You'll get to see that at Christmas. So just like arbitrary. It's one of those things. It's also funny because it makes a sound, but the sound it makes is artificial. From what I understand, is that it plays like a sound to let you know that it's ready for separating, but it's not mechanically necessary. It was just deemed good experience. But that sound also, because it's got kind of a metallic cling to it, if you don't know that this laptop's capable of doing that, like if I just pulled that out at a random airport, I think somebody next to me would be like, what did you do? Did you break it? So, and the first time you pull it apart, having never pulled a machine apart like that before, Surface Pros are different because they're floppy and they don't feel, the base doesn't feel like part of the machine. This base very much is a part of the machine. So it's a little weird at first. Yeah, we can just talk about computers and stuff. Yeah, will it still recognize me when I shave its ear? That's a good question. So, and people with glasses, and I also have a hair problem where like I do different hair a lot of the time. You can run the recognition program a couple of times to let it recognize you with different facial hair or different hairstyles. The trick is the first time, yeah, you might have to log in with a password or a PIN, but then if you just remember to run the Windows Hello sort of self-recognition program, you need a machine that's got an IR sort of addition to the camera. I don't think a regular webcam can do Windows Hello because it's actually doing like facial contouring. It always turns the IR camera on. So it's got to be a fairly new computer for that. Uh, is there a release for the Surface Book keyboard, or does it just pull off like the Surface keyboards? Krylin, excellent question. There is a release. There's a button on the keyboard that you have to press for a second in order to initiate the release. And the other tricky thing about it is that
Yeah, I'm just here for decoration right now. Don't mind me.
um, Kitty Cat, they didn't change into Veggie Monster. They just said that Cookie Monster eats some veggies. But he's still around. He still exists.
Yeah, he's more open-minded about his food consumption, which in itself is a little shocking.
Um, don't put electrical tape over your camera like I do on every device ever.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Those little slider things are good for that. But back to your question, Krellin, there's a release, and the tricky part about it is that there's some. I haven't looked into the specs, but if you have elevated processes running, you sometimes have to cancel them for it to allow you to separate the base. And I don't know if that's a RAM thing or if that's like a cooling thing, but like if I'm running Illustrator, it often wants me to exit Illustrator before splitting. Even though I think I can open Illustrator again, it's a little weird. But other than that, you can just pull it. I do, and then you can attach it facing either direction. So use it for like handwritten note taking a lot these days. Um,
Yay, Remshin, we're glad to help you with that realization. Cookie Monster is not dead. We would be weeping if he was.
I'm trying to make Cookie Monster my team's mascot at work unofficially because we're in a studio space named 1C and we're the Cloud team. So I've just started to draw Cookie Monster on the dry erase board saying C is for Cloud with a photo of him eating a cloud. So far that's going over really well. So we'll just continue to do that. Yeah, it's weird, Krellin. Like, I don't know if there's two separate processors, like what's going on, but it was a little unexpected the first time. What are you doing, Sprinkles?
I'm just, I don't have a lot to say about computers, and we're talking about computers. Yeah. Yeah, you could go to a Microsoft store if you have one of those. Probably don't. Hey.
It's a monster for cookies meets everything else in moderation. Yes, that's like everybody. You can make cookies out of just about anything.
Yeah, I mean, like gluten-free cookies are basically plant cookies, right? I mean, they have like quinoa and stuff. So, I mean, it's a spectrum these days. Just because it's a cookie doesn't mean it's bad for you. Nerds! Yeah, Krella, we are a bunch of nerds. That's okay. It's okay.
Sprinkles is not anti-nerd. She just does not have strong opinions about computers like I do. Yeah. So do we want to switch over to Shadowrun? Is that a thing? Remember me. We haven't even said goodbye. She's such an attention whore. Okay, Sprinkles. So I think we're in a natural break. It's probably going to take about 5 minutes, maybe a little longer if for me to switch the streams over. So hopefully hang out. Please hang out and chat, and I'm going to shut this stream down, hop up upstairs. Sprinkles will still be around, but not as much, so we'll allow her to say an official goodbye.
Thank you, Cryomancer! Remember me. Krillin! We are not friends with if you're gonna keep behaving like that. Ugh! Ah! She's gonna bring me. I'm just gonna sit there and stare at the screen most of the time. You guys know I'm not gonna get as much FaceTime with you once we go back upstairs. But yes, intermission!
Get yourself a drink, and we'll be back in 10 minutes from our main streaming machine to continue Shadowrun Returns.